Woke reporter stunned after Sydney Sweeney refuses to apologize for problematic ad.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here. So it looks like a new meme format has dropped today, and for very good reason. So today we're going to be talking about the American actress Sydney Sweeney, who has been under fire for months and months due to a jeans commercial she made that many people were attempting to claim was a nod at white supremacy. And in a recent interview with GQ, this Karen, this reporter...
What I don't get about this whole thing is like, okay, so I'll let it go first.
Twisted herself into a pretzel for nearly a third of the interview, trying to trap Sydney Sweeney in some sort of a statement that she could use to cancel her in the headline. And guess what? It backfired. It didn't work. And Sydney Sweeney stepped up and basically said no to this whole charade. Did she, wreck her? Now, for those who don't know, this is an American actress. She is very, very popular right now. She is someone who's known for her good looks, but personally speaking, I think she's also a very fine actress as well. So in case you don't know the background of this controversy, a few months ago, Sydney Sweeney came out with this American Eagle jeans ad campaign, which, by the way, skyrocketed the stocks of the company overnight. It was that effective. But of course, the slogan of the whole campaign was, Sydney Sweeney has great jeans, which is, of course, a play on words, not just the jeans she's wearing, but good jeans as she's attractive. That was the sort of pun they were going for. Totally fine, right? Not right.
Okay, so actually, this is where I was gonna go with this. So are you telling me that because of how she looks, she's not allowed to say that? Because I don't think anyone would care if she wasn't. Right, like, would people care if she wasn't white? I don't think, like, they would care. So it's kind of like, is she not allowed to say something like that? That, you know, well, not her say it, but, like, the ad, obviously a pun. Like, let's assume that it's true. Let's assume that it is a true pun about jeans, saying that she's hot. So is it like, if you're a hot white woman, you can't say that because, I mean, like, it suddenly becomes like a racial supremacy thing, like specifically because she's white. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Like, not allowed to actually be proud of that. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
People were going viral claiming this was an act of white supremacy. You had posts like this saying the American Eagles ad wasn't just a commercial. It was a love letter to white nationalism and eugenic fantasies, and Sydney Sweeney knew it. Congratulations if that shocks you and you are confused right now. You're a normal person. These people are trying so hard to be victims and to cancel people. They will literally come up with insane scenarios like this from a jean commercial. Now, recently, Sydney Sweeney sat down for an interview with GQ magazine, and I'm already shaking my head the second I discover that, because GQ is the same one that recently interviewed Hassan Piker. You know, the one where they had a whole photo shoot where he was naked in a bathtub with his legs spread open. Like, yeah, that GQ that was glazing up the guy, a guy like Hassan Piker. Yeah, so
liberal mind in a mega body, Hassan Piker.
So the interview was an absolute disaster, but there is a certain clip going viral right now. So I'm gonna sit here on the screen with you. Normally I play these things separate, but I have a feeling GQ is going to try to do some copyright shenanigans. So I'm going to be your tour guide today. I'm going to be on the screen with you as we watch these clips. So this is the one that's going viral right now.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like,
dude, the thing is, dude, she totally knew, dude. There's no way she doesn't know that anytime that she's gonna be exposed to like a journalist, they're gonna be out for her. They're gonna be out to try to like get some kind of sound clip to like bust her for. Like, that's actually kind of crazy, because that means like she goes into this knowing that
white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
The criticism.
Unfathomably based. That
Yep.
is the perfect answer
Yeah, it's
to
actually
that
good. Yeah,
scenario.
that's a
She
good one.
absolutely not only outclassed her, but just beat her at her own game, right? She is trying to trap her in this corner and saying, like, I'm throwing you a lifeline here. You know, us white people, we can't joke about that stuff and
Yep.
yada, yada, yada. And she basically said, I'm not engaging this conversation. I simply say no to you and this ridiculous prompt. And
Yep.
I'm not engaging
I
with
like
these
that.
delusions that people are creating and these hypersensitivities people are creating to try to cancel Sydney Sweeney. Now, the quotes are hilarious. You can see, funny new meme format just dropped. This is the best thing that could have came out of this situation. Congratulations, you played yourself. And then down here, we have another side-by-side. This face says it all. You bring in one of the biggest Hollywood actors right now, and you try, and by the way, I'll give you the full context. It's a lot more than that clip we just watched. And you try to catch her in a situation where you can make some gross headline about her to get clicks. Yeah, nice try, dude. 4 million views on the main vid. Template is about to go extremely viral. Good. Very good. Same exact energy.
Oh my god.
You can just refuse to
Honestly,
participate.
that guy was honestly one of the best characters in Inglorious Bastards. He was actually like really, really good. Like the actor and just the character itself was just really well written. Yeah, he
in
was
the
a really good
rituals
villain. Yeah,
publicly, and nothing bad will happen. Very, very
the
important.
freaking milk scene was like so good. It's like one of the best like intros to a movie. I think was like the milk scene. It was just unreal.
This dumb host with her smug, condescending facial expression and uptalk. It is an insufferable interview. I watched the whole 19 minutes. It's the most awkward thing you'll ever watch. And I will only subject you to a few minutes. Don't worry. But let's continue on. In quotes, I'm white. The industry I work for hates whites, and I hate myself. I see you're white. Can you take a moment to talk about why being white is so bad?
No.
No. You can simply say no. I can't get over this response. If an entire team of researchers sat down for a year, I think they would struggle to engineer a more optimal
That's actually true.
sentence.
It
And
was
yeah,
actually. She probably thought about it beforehand. She probably knew it was coming. Surely she's known this entire time, like since she made the commercial and seeing all the backlash and everything. She's probably known that this moment was going to come, and she probably thought about this like a lot. It's a
on
really, really good
and
response.
on.
Yeah.
You get the point, right? But that's not all.
Wait, there's
This
more.
interview was around 19 minutes long. That was only a 30-second clip. And trust me when I say, that was not the first, not the second, not the third, but the fourth time in the interview she had brought up the subject of the American Eagle ad.
Well,
so,
I
yes,
mean, the thing is they want the own, right? Like they want to be the ones that are responsible for basically owning her for the commercial. So yeah,
I understand why she was starting to get a bit
sense.
frustrated. You can see it on her face. She's starting to be like,
yeah, trying to get the kill quote.
You know,
Yeah,
you can see
exactly.
she's
Exactly.
like, oh, here we go again. The whole interview was conducted. This whole thing was an attempt to trap Sydney Sweeney and get her to say something or apologize or to try to cancel her to get a headline out of all this. And they failed. And also, let me just point this out before we see some related clips. GQ, over 8 million subs, 31K views in 2 days. How do these platforms not go bankrupt? I don't get it. I know this is not their only revenue source, but look at the relevancy. You have one of the biggest actresses in the world in an interview, and it's controversial, and you can only get 31K views, and I would imagine most of it's from the last 24 hours where people are discovering
That's pretty
this
bad, yeah.
absolute debacle. But let's get into the actual interview itself. There's a lot going on here, and this is an unfortunate freeze frame. This was not intentional, but in the beginning, this was the first mention of the American Eagle ad. And look at the context she brings it up in. She is trying to downplay something very, very good with an attempt at cancel culture.
And then I did read that your American Eagle collection benefited a domestic violence charity. Is that, did I have all that right?
Yes.
Okay. We spent a lot of time this year working around that issue, and I just wondered if it meant something to you.
It does. I will always speak out about something that is important to me. And
So remember that quote about her speaking about things that are important to her. And notice how this interviewer, this journalist, she takes something really good. The fact that the American Eagle ad raised money that benefited a domestic violence charity. Isn't that a great thing? Mm-hmm. But instead of celebrating that, she kind of lumps it in with controversy. Like, it's with that ad you just won't talk about.
The reason why is because it's not in good faith. They're doing it for personal benefit. It's like I said, they want to be the people with the sound clip. They want to be the people that got her. That's what they want. None of this is like actually, like, this is not to actually find out what she actually thinks. Like, this is all for like their own benefit.
And she says, you've spent a lot of time working around the issue. What's the issue? We're talking about a charity.
They want to destroy her and then eat her corpse, basically.
The only issue is people manufacturing issues to try to get attention. And again, remember that quote that she speaks about something if it's important to her. So let's jump forward, because the next literally like 6 minutes of that interview is just this reporter over and over again talking about her relationships or lack thereof. She brings up, for no reason, there's literally no reason, that Sydney Sweeney went through a breakup. She broke off her engagement this year with some guy, I'm not sure who, but she talks about that, just kind of like bringing that up, because I guess the scars haven't healed from that yet. And then she talks about like, you're single now, aren't you? You're single? You're single. Oh, Sydney Sweeney, are you single? And it just kind of like, it seems like she's rubbing it all in her face. But fast forwarding to what's relevant to what we're talking about, around the 11:30 mark.
It's like I said, they're not good people. They're not.
Where it begins. And for the next roughly 4 minutes.
They like have this fucking face paint that they're good people, but they're not. They're fucking awful.
She will be pressing Sydney Sweeney to say something that'll make her look bad about the whole controversy with the American Eagle ad.
We're sort of talking around this American Eagle ad right now, and maybe we should just talk about it. So, were you surprised by the reaction?
I did a jean ad. I mean, the reaction definitely was a surprise, but it was, I love jeans.
You just watched her woke mind shatter at the fact that her little gotcha, the fact that she was saying, oh, we're working around this American Eagle ad
jeans
right now. Well, you're the one who keeps bringing it up unprompted. And Sydney Sweeney responds simply with, it was a jean ad. I love jeans. Guilty. I love jeans. Wow.
Damn.
Such a bold statement in the year 2025. But yeah, this is just the beginning. Don't worry. This is just the beginning.
All I wear are jeans. I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans.
Wow.
I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for
Dude,
anyone.
they're trying so hard to look like they're trying so hard to look like they're friendly and positive and like totally on your side, totally just trying to get the story. But dude, it's like, it's so much venom, dude. This is like those what do you call it? You ever watch like those political intrigue, like a court, like the like King's Court sort of what's the other term for it? Like the thing with all the concubines and stuff, and like Chinese stuff. It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's like a women warfare basically.
So you know what she's doing, right? You know, it's not subtle at all. She's bringing up a post that President Donald Trump made where he was essentially defending her and all the outrage she was getting during the time this all happened a few months ago. And also, by the way, this happened a few months ago. This commercial was months ago, and they're still bringing it up, trying to get responses out of her. But they're trying to make her, in one way or another, say something about Donald Trump, because if she said something positive, she's going to get canceled. If she says something negative, they'll run with that and say, oh, look at that. She's like apologizing for all of this. And now she's okay, which they would never actually forgive someone if they found found their way into the woke cancellation campaign. They're never getting out no matter what they say. That's a lesson to be learned. But yeah, it's obvious what they're doing, but let's continue.
And I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
It was surreal. And it would be totally human. I would probably feel like thankful that somebody had my back in public.
Personally, I would be very thankful if the interviewer who is pulling me out of my very busy schedule would have my back. It would not spend copious amounts of time in the interview trying to cancel me, to make me look
dude. She's
bad,
trying
and to
hard.
cause people to hate me even more.
This is literally, guys. This is literally like those. It's like I said, like those like concubines and like the emperor's court, and they're all messing with each other, trying to like become like queen bitch. It's literally that kind of a battle like playing out in real time.
For an unreasonable subject
Very
matter.
do-ho-ho, you know?
Yeah, I would love.
Very do-ho-ho.
I'm sure she would love if you had her back as a journalist right now and didn't have your own bias in your agenda pushing the entire conversation.
You know, and conveniently, some very powerful people had my back in public. And I wondered if you felt that way.
I'd say something about the orange man.
I don't think that.
Basically, they're trying to be like, see, she said that she was grateful to Donald Trump, the orange guy.
It's not that feeling didn't. I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that, or like of any of it. I kind of just put my phone away. I was filming every day.
Are you kidding? You were filming and working every day? Why aren't you
what?
on social media scrolling?
Well, what? She's in the live action Euphoria? She's doing a live action Euphoria? Damn. That hentai was crazy.
24/7 trying to cancel people over a jeans ad. I just don't get it. But yeah, again, she makes this mention of powerful people, the interviewer. And these powerful people, like, what do you mean by powerful people? You're trying to make this sound like this is some, like, elaborate, gigantic scheme of, like, the shadow people in the government trying to shield this woman from criticism. It sounds so goofy.
I'm filming Euphoria, so I'm working like 16-hour days.
Damn.
And I don't really
Damn,
bring my phone on
16
set,
hours?
so
Dude, the adaptation must be insane. Dude, it must be a crazy adaptation.
I work and then I go home and I go to sleep.
I hope it's accurate.
So I didn't really see a lot of it.
You've made a really good case for.
Dang. Guess she's not terminally online. What are we going to do now? How will I recover from this as a GQ interviewer? Well, let's bring it up again. Let's bring up the American Eagle ad again. Let's try. You know, we're 0 for 2 at this point. Let's try for a triple.
Sure. Keeping your thoughts and your life separate from that work. But the risk is that, you know, there's a chance that somebody will get some idea about what you think about certain issues.
She's trying so hard.
And
She's not even hiding
feel
it.
like, I don't want to see Christy because of that. Like, do
Oh my God.
you worry about that?
So she's referring to Christy. This is a new movie that Sydney Sweeney is in that's coming out soon. And did you hear the kind of backhanded nature at the beginning of this portion of the interview where she's like, oh, so you make a good case of keeping your thoughts away from your career, basically saying you're making good case to basically shut up. Because if you say something, it's going to be dumb and you're going to get canceled. Yeah, once again, just backhanded. That's all there really is to it. But she's basically saying because of these insane thoughts people are having about the Gene ad from months ago, are you worried people are not going to watch your movie now? And here's Sydney Sweeney's answer.
No.
Nope.
If somebody is closed off because of something they read online to a powerful story like Christy, then I hope something else can open their eyes to
like I said, a class act in this
Yeah,
interview,
damn.
especially like, you know, we're deep in the interview. It's been several minutes of grilling over the American Eagle ad, which clearly I can guarantee you with 100% certainty she did not want to talk about this in this interview, and this interviewer knew that 100%. And she's pushing her buttons, and she's keeping her cool, which I don't know how at this point.
Oh
being
yeah.
open to art and being open to learning, and I'm not gonna be affected by that.
Yeah. You've come here like really willing to talk about this whole discourse that doesn't have that much to do with you.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about like famous people and actors because I'm kind of just play games. I just play games. I know like the Umas. I know more about Umas than I know about people. But like, she's got like turbo aura, man. You know what I mean? Like she's like, I'll explain it. Like she's got like that conqueror's hockey, you know?
And I'm grateful for that.
Did she? Did she really want to come here for that discourse? I have a strong feeling that is an emphatic no.
Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Do you have,
The ad spoke for itself.
you think the ad spoke for itself? Okay. And the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political
No, it's not
climate,
even like her. I'm not even talking about like her appearance specifically. I mean, obviously her appearance is like, you know, obviously she's really hot, right? But what I'm talking about is like the combination of that plus like just the attitude. Like she's got like a way that she carries herself. It's like very dignified. You know, it's like the way that she responds to stuff and the way she talks it's got like a force to it, basically.
white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority.
Straight up.
That look on her face. She is tired, man.
She should have done the boa Hancock and just leaned back all the way.
This is obviously the clip we watched at the beginning of the video, but this is the additional context, okay? This wasn't the first question of the interview. This was, let's see, nearly 15 minutes into the interview. And that's just what we're seeing. That's just what they cut for us to watch. So at least 15 minutes have gone by where she has now not once, not twice, not 3 times, but now 4 times brought up this ad from several months ago.
Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
We should talk about Cassie. You got
She gets absolutely
Man.
obliterated. And I think she realized this has gone upside down on me as an interviewer. And now she immediately does a 180 to a different subject, talking about Euphoria, which of course Sydney Sweeney was on, and she played the role of Cassie. Yeah, that is the full context of what's going on. It's worse than the viral tweet. Like, if anyone is going to get a takeaway they can share from this video, what you're seeing in those small viral clips is just the end of a 5 or 6 minute long buildup. Like a third of the interview was this woman trying to pry a response out of Sydney Sweeney. And you know what? At the end of the day, we got a new meme format. This is chef's kiss. And really, that's all I have to say about this interview. But I want to point something else out today. Earlier today, I was on the Side Scrollers podcast for the second time now.
VTuber takeover.
Me and my wife, Darling Straub, we returned alongside Kirsha, who many of you know. And we talked about a whole lot of things. It was a longer there for like 2 hours. It was a great time as usual.
Bimmy Fuchs asked why is Leaflit not included? Guys, this isn't like Side Scrollers is really cool with me. They're really, really nice. They're not trying to leave me out of anything. The problem is my schedule is very tight. And I told them the days that I can do things. And that's the days that they stick with out of respect for me and respect for my time. So since my time is very, very inflexible, it's really hard for me to like actually get on with other people. If you notice, I'm always on side scrollers the same day at the same time. It's always on a Tuesday at that specific time because I'm busy because I'm working on many things, right? I'm not just doing the stream. I'm working on the game. I'm working on like business stuff behind the scenes, like business development stuff. There's a lot of things that I'm working on, basically is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and it's just like I told them like I can only do it on this day, and they've been respecting my wishes there. You know, they do ask me if I want to join like certain things, and if I want to join certain things, and like you know, I tell them if I can or I can't, and just to kind of really put the nail on that coffin, they actually asked me if I wanted to be on with Kirsha, Straub, and Rev at the same time for something, and the only reason it didn't pan out was because there was a scheduling conflict. So they actually did. Craig actually did ask me if I wanted to be on with them three. I just didn't have. It's just there was a scheduling conflict. And that's the reason why it didn't happen. Okay, I just wanted to clear that up.
We talked about a lot of gaming news and some movies coming out, and we also talked about some very controversial topics like putting ranch on spaghetti. And
yeah, actually, that is a good plug. That is a good plug. I'm gonna be on with Kirsha on Skyscrolers Plus if there's no scheduling issues. I mean, it's still possible that as the date approaches, some scheduling conflict occurs. But for now, it's looking like it's actually gonna go forward on Skyscrolers Plus. I don't remember the exact date and stuff. I'm sure they'll announce it, and then I'll retweet it and stuff. So you'll know. I think we're playing some video games.
Thought audits and some other things that got
Practice your overcooked. Isn't it better if I don't practice and then I suck? It's more comedic.
the whole crew mad at me, but you're gonna have to check out the full podcast episode for yourself if you want to see what that is. But anyways, I'll put a link to that in the description if you want to check it out. I highly recommend it. Always enjoy being on there, and we'll be back on there soon. Don't worry about that. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts.
The funny thing is I don't necessarily know. My experience might vary. I don't really know about what's going on. Like, but again, I have a very limited experience because I'm like kind of an antisocial. But in my experience, a lot of the conservative, like kind of like more right wing VTuber sphere, actually not even right wing, like kind of like center, the center to right wing VTuber sphere is like has been really nice. Like if you compare it to like the VTuber sphere as a whole, the conservative, the moderate to conservative right wing one is a lot more chill. Like it's really comfy and really chill in comparison. So like I always have people like asking like if they can help me. I have people that have my back, like people messaging me all the time if something happens. In fact, I had people message me today about possible threats and stuff like that. It's like, I mean, it's like I said, like everybody seems like they're looking for each other's backs. I haven't really seen the kind of like mean girl drama in that sphere compared to like the overarching sphere of VTubers, which has a lot of it. Yeah, anyway, that's my take on it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right or wrong in that. Again, I'm very antisocial, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But that's my experience.
About today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
How about apolitical VTubers? They are chillest. You think that?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Anyway, I'll link you this one by Rev. I really like Rev's videos. Rev's also really nice. Rev and Straub. Do check them out.